Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Miss Kitty's Corner. For today's episode, we're going to be doing an indoor scavenger hunt involving finding shapes. We've talked a lot about shapes over the past few months. We've talked about different defining attributes of shapes. And so I found this activity that is a scavenger hunt that is great for maybe a rainy day where you can't really go outside to play because this is an indoor activity. So, for this episode, we are going to be talking about different defining attributes of the shapes, and it's going to list places that you're going to go find those shapes in the scavenger hunt. So, I'm going to transition my video to show you my screen so I can show you the activity, and I'm going to provide a PDF or a link. So, if you would like the sheet, your parents can print it out, or you can just have it up on your computer while you're doing the activity. Okay, let's get started. Okay, boys and girls, so here is the Shapes Indoor Scavenger Hunt sheet. Let's look at the first item on our sheet. How many circles can you find in your bedroom? Now let's remember what a circle is. A circle has rounded edges, and it has how many corners? Take a look. Right, it has 0 corners. Now, circles can be found in many different places. When I went into my bedroom and counted, I counted 8 circles. To give you a hint, one of my circles I found as the lid of a candle. So go into your bedroom and see how many circles you can find. The next item on our list, how many rectangles can you find in your kitchen? Now let's think. A rectangle has how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many vertices or corners are there in a rectangle? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. So, now that we know the defining attributes of a rectangle, go ahead and take a walk into your kitchen. I found 6 rectangles in my kitchen, and I'll give you a hint. One of my rectangles that I found was my cutting board that I used to cut peppers and onions, and I chop watermelons and melons on it. My cutting board is in the shape of a rectangle. Let's see the next item on our list. How many parallelograms can you find in your living room? Let's think about what a parallelogram is. How many sides does a parallelogram have? Right, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it also has 4 what? Yes, corners or vertices. Excellent job. A rectangle is actually a type of parallelogram because look, they both have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 4 corners, and they both have parallel sides. Remember when we used to do number corner on the rug, we would put our arms in the air and we would say that if we had laser beams shooting off of the tips of our fingers, they would go on forever and they would never touch. That's what parallel sides are. So the rectangle has 1, 2. These 2 sides, if they continued on forever, would never touch. And also has another set. 1, 2. Those 2 sides would go on forever and never touch. Same thing with the parallelogram, right? That's why it's called a parallelogram, because it has 2 sets of parallel sides. When I went into my living room, I only found 2 parallelograms. One of my parallelograms was actually a picture frame. Let's see if you can find more than 2 parallelograms. All right, let's go on to the next item. How many squares can you find in your bathroom? Now, a square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And a square has sides that are what? It starts with an E. Right, equal. 4 equal sides. And also 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. So if you go into your bathroom, how many squares can you find? When Miss Keaty went into her bathroom, she found 62 squares. And you want to know why? Because there was a design on my floor that was squares. 62 squares. Oh boy, that took a long time to count. Okay, let's see the next item on our list. How many triangles can you find in your toys? Let's think about the defining attributes of triangles. Triangles have how many sides? Right, they have 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. And how many vertices does a triangle have? Right, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 vertices or 3 corners. Now, as we've learned, there are many different types of triangles. You can have an equilateral triangle where all sides are equal. There's also a scalene triangle that has 3 different side lengths. But in all triangles, there are always 3 sides. So, how many triangles can you find in your toys? Miss Keaty found 4 triangles in her toys. How about the next one? How many stars can you find in your house? Now, a star, when you look at it, it's really interesting because you can break it up into different shapes. If I do this, I see how many different triangles? Right, 5. Here's one. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different triangles. And in the middle is a pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides. So when I went around my house and I checked for stars, I found 3. I had 1 decoration in my house that was a star. And the other 2, I found one on the cover of a book, and I found another one on a toy. Last question. How many ovals can you find in your refrigerator? Now let's think. An oval has how many sides? Right, it has 0 sides, just like a circle, because basically it's a flattened circle. So it kind of looks like a pancake, right? So how many ovals can you find in your refrigerator? I found 12 ovals in my refrigerator. And I'm gonna give you a hint. I found so many ovals because I looked inside of a carton. And in the carton, I had a dozen blank. Maybe you have some of these in your refrigerator as well. Maybe you have more than 12. So, this is the scavenger hunt for shapes that you can do on any rainy day indoors. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to find other cool or funky shapes in your house and draw it either in the space below or on the back of this page. I hope that you found this episode and activity interesting and also helped you to brush up on your knowledge of shapes. Okay, I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a great rest of your day.